This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Greetings. Welcome to part 3 and episode 4 on the series of the secrets of spiritual warfare. In the previous episode, we looked at the significance of the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In this episode, we look at verse 16 that instructs us to take up the shield of faith. Notice again the put-on language that appears here in the form of taking up. We take things with us that we know we cannot live without. Every day, we take up things like sunscreens, phones, lip balms, umbrellas, jackets, etc. that shield us from any surprise mishaps we don't want to be unprepared for. It is absolutely dangerous for a Roman soldier to walk out of his house without taking up his shield, and absolutely suicidal for him to enter into the battlefield without the same. Even if he is not on active battle duty, you won't find a Roman soldier who leaves his shield behind just because it is inconvenient to carry or because it's not battle day. We severely underestimate sometimes the irreplaceable significance of our faith, which Paul says is our shield. Notice its purpose. This is the only part of a Christian's armor that comes with its purpose spelled out. It is to quench the fiery darts of the enemy. John talks about this in his first epistle, and he says, "This is the very thing that has overcome the world, our own faith." A lot of Christians fall victim to the fiery darts of the enemy, burning and wounding their spiritual health. This is primarily due to a neglect in taking up our faith on a daily basis. Without faith, Hebrews 11 verse 6 says, it is impossible to please God. Modern movements, including titles such as deconstruction, falling away, walking away from the church, etc., all revolve around a certain level of having our faith stripped off. Why do people deconstruct? Why do people who were once on fire for the Lord walk away? Because faith needs to be taken up and refined daily. The deceitfulness of life is such that we think that just because we believed once upon a time or even believed yesterday, we can neglect not polishing our faith today. Faith needs to be taken up daily and refined. And how do we gain this faith? How do we do this refining process? Very simple. Romans chapter 10 verse 17 says, "Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the message of Christ." Only when we listen to the message of Christ, remind ourselves and constantly put ourselves in Jesus' story, will we find and remember the relevance and significance of our faith. More importantly, the Word of God has a very unique ability to resurrect the kind of salvific faith in us so that we are able to stand before God and stand for Him. Faith, again, is the very thing that the entities in verse 12 don't stand for. Because faith has to do with truth. Faith has to do with righteousness. Faith has to stand before God justified. And God is the ruler of a kingdom that is coming. This world belongs to the evil one. Christian, if you hope to withstand the onslaught of the enemy's arrows, polish your shield of faith by strengthening it by the Word of God daily. Deconstruction can serve a wonderful purpose of resurrecting a true faith refined by the Spirit. With God, nothing shall be impossible. See you in the next one.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.